Daniel, how what that dang, God Daniel, how Daniel, how what that dang. This is the Black Pot, aka Kuku Show, number where we speak truth to power. And of course, from the news reel, we keep it real. This is the Black Pot. My brother, my sister, today we're looking at something very, very important as usual. So I need you to share this broadcast. We are streaming live on Facebook. And this is 92.73 FM. Here we don't criticize, but if we must criticize, we'd only just criticize for one reason: to build and not to destroy. This is in the service of God and country. And I'm overly excited to be with you. This is where we speak truth to power. And my name, Blakk Rasta. Now, the very first story I'm looking at today is taken from Ghana Web. And it says, how can you attack Bawumia after endorsing him? Akomia asks Kennedy Japan. And I read, Nana Akomia, the managing director of the State Transport Corporation, STC, has questioned Kennedy Japan, member of parliament for Asin Central and New Patriotic Party flag bearer hopeful, regarding his recent attacks on Vice President Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia, who is also a contender in the NPP race. Speaking in an interview on Peace FM's Kokroko on July 18, 2023, Nana Akomia pointed out that Kennedy Ejapong had previously endorsed the vice president, and his endorsement is still fresh in people's minds. So it comes as a surprise to him to witness the latter launching attack on the former due to his own aspirations for the leadership slot. And he said, for you, Kennedy Japan, to go around saying things about him, that's Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia, I don't think it's necessary. Take it like that. Bawumia wins. When he wins, you will come back to support him. So if you go around saying all kinds of things about him and he wins, it will be difficult for you to come and follow him. I have heard about Ken's own not too long ago. He endorsed Bawumia. Let me read it to you. It is on Ghana Web. You have to be consistent. What happened that you have changed your mind? If you want to contest, fine, but it is not necessary to attack him. I'll leave it here. Nana Akomia is somebody that I have a very beautiful relationship with. But Ghana first, nobody is bigger than the truth. You see the kind of mentality we have in this country. And I'm surprised this is coming from Nana Akomia. I have endorsed him, so what? I have endorsed him. Do you know what is called conversion? People swear allegiance to religions, which is even more serious. They swear allegiance to cults and cult groups. After that, they sometimes convert, throwing away every other thing that they believed in and swore to adhere to. It's only a fool who cannot change his mind. Again, we have people who belong to some nations. They've sworn allegiance to those nations. After some time, what do? They come back and renounce their citizenships. And when you renounce a citizenship, it's not just a matter of saying, oh, I don't belong to this nation anymore. No, it means every other thing that you have sworn allegiance to as a citizen of the nation is now null and void. So for you to be a Ghanaian citizen, and all of a sudden you say that, oh, you have decided that you have renounced it. It means God bless our homeland, Ghana, and make our nation great and strong. Does not matter to you anymore and cannot be held against you anymore. I promise on my honor to hold in blah, 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 blah. All that does not matter to you anymore. And you cannot be held responsible to those anymore. My brother, my sister, I am shocked that Nana Komia is saying this. Is Bawumia God? Even when people swear allegiance to God, the Almighty Creator, sometimes they go back and renounce it and become atheists. Who is Bawumia? Canada, Japan has decided to endorse him. After endorsing him, let's even say 2 seconds later, he realizes that this guy is nothing but a hoodlum. He's nothing but a villain. He recognizes that this guy is nothing but a fake, depending on what he saw in him, and decided that he will no longer be an endorsement of that person, and decides to revoke it. Is that a cult? Even cult members, they break away from cults. I am shocked. And look at the level of thinking of my very good friend Nana Komia. He says that, listen, if Bawumia wins, you would like to come back and follow him. You see the mentality? It's all about what we eat, follow. The other day, this other guy disappointed me so much. When I was at the University of Science and Technology, he was one of the very few NPP people who came all the way to our radio station there on campus. It was called Contato Radio. And I'm talking about Apreku. I remember Apreku. I remember his unique features. My brother, my sister, short, very agile, and very sharp and smart. In fact, when Apreku is speaking and you look at his face, you will never ever erode that picture from your mind. There are some people you see and you remember forever. There are some other people you see, they are just like any other person, so you forget them. I hope you understand what I mean. I remember Apreku today. I will remember him tomorrow, same way I saw him yesterday. He was the only person who climbed all the way to the 9th floor or so of the Contato Radio at Katanga Hall, the University Hall. And he was campaigning for his NPP. Last week, I heard him say he was hoping to be the finance minister of Ghana. And Nana Akufo-Addo disappointed him. And for that matter, he had to go and look for a job. Can you believe this? So right now, politics is all about your food. It's a job. He's so disappointed that Nana Akufo-Addo did not give him the finance position. And therefore, he has to go and look for food. He is no longer looking at putting Ghana forward. He is no longer looking at sacrifice. It's all about job. It's all about eating. It's all about job for the boys. And this is the same way that Nana Komia is thinking. If Bawumia wins today, you come and follow him. Follow him for what? Follow him for what? So you see, some of these leaders, my brother, my sister, and politicians, they are nothing but stomach goons. They do not think anything better for the republic. They do not think anything good about Ghana. They are not interested in putting their best foot forward. They are only interested in food. No wonder a lot of them get stroke and die. My brother, my sister, I call for more stroke and erectile dysfunction for some of these dirty politicians, my brother, my sister, who have mistreated Ghana all these years. We are looking for patriots. We are looking for people who will move this country forward, not stomach idiots, my brother, my sister. It hurts. Look at when our ancestors were fighting for the independence of this nation. They were not thinking about who would be Minister of Health. They were not thinking about who would be the Minister of Finance. And if they did not get it, they would be so disappointed. No, sir. They were working to see the national flag hoisted high up. They were working, my brother, my sister, to see this nation on the right footing. Today, I'm only supporting you so that when you come into power, you would also put me somewhere. My God! What a nation! My brother, my sister, so many people have left their political affiliations and parties, all because they were disappointed, not in the work of the political party, but because their political parties came into power and did not give them positions so they could eat. Is this one true democracy? Is this what you call independence? Look at how Nana Kwame is thinking. It's all about following you so you can give me food. It's all about following you so you can give me a position. The same way Apreku is thinking. And you want to be president over my dead body. My God. You wanted to be finance minister. You couldn't get it, so you got so embittered. Now you are talking against Nana Akufo-Addo. You want to run for president so that you can get food to eat. If you don't get it, then you go and look for a job. Hallelujah. No wonder doctors are running out of the hospitals and going to join political parties. No wonder all the hard-working people have decided to leave their posts to run after dirty politics so that they can eat nyafu, nyafu, nyafu. May posterity punish these people. They are so wicked. Let it come out that, oh, should Mahama come into power, he is going to bring only new faces. None of the people following him right now will be given any ministerial position. They will all run away. You think Sami Jemfi will stand there? That, oh, if Mahama wins power, you are not going to get any post. Because you are a good citizen of this nation, you will stay. That's all. You think he will do it? How many people are following political parties? All because they are hopeful that when their party comes into power, they would have personal selfish positions so that they would fatten up on that. We are shooting ourselves in the foot. Nobody is ready to be patriotic. Nobody is ready to put Ghana first. Nobody is ready to look at patriotism. Everybody is egotistical. It's all about egoticism and not patriotism. Okay, so next thing I'm going to look at is taken from Peace FM Online. And it says, allegation of Islamic funding for the Bawumia campaign false. I woke up early this morning and I saw so many publications all over the place that Bawumia is being sponsored by some groups linked to the Islamic faith. I read. The attention of the Bawumia campaign team has been drawn to a post by one David Humdlin, a journalist in Nigeria, that the Bawumia campaign is being funded by some Islamic group in Nigeria called the ACF. We noticed that the same narrative has been copied by some persons and groups in Ghana on social media. This narrative is obviously false, fabricated, and only serves the propaganda purposes of its promoters. For the avoidance of doubt, the Bawumia campaign has no funding or any linkage with any Islamic group in Nigeria and anywhere else. We also note that the said David has demonstrated a penchant for making similar claims against some persons and groups in Nigeria without any basis whatsoever. The Bawumia campaign is focused and will not be distracted by such vain untruths. The Vice President, Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia, has been very diligent and transparent from the days as a scholar, banker, and politician throughout his life, and will not depart from these now and forever. One thing is clear. One thing is very clear, that Dr. Bawumia did not mention his source of funding. So why this rejoinder? Why this press release? Somebody says that you are being founded by an Islamic group in Nigeria. You only come out and say, oh, it's not true. Then you go back to bed. What a joke. So tell us, who is funding you? If somebody says, oh, Blakk Rasta is suffering from malaria, and I know I'm not suffering from malaria, you know what I'll do? I will come out and tell them that, no, I'm not suffering from malaria. And as it stands right now, my current state of health is 100%. I'm not suffering from any sickness. And if I'm suffering from some other sickness, maybe headache, I would say, no, it's not malaria, it's a headache. But Dr. Bawumia comes to say, oh, you know, I'm not funded by the Islamic whatever. And he is silent on who is funding him. Such a joker. This is the transparency you're talking about. That you are a scholar and a banker, a strategist who has failed in all his strategies. Who are touching him? Listen, if any Islamic group wants to waste its money, he should fund this guy. If you want to waste your money, go and fund Bawumia, a joker that every Ghanaian is running away from. This is a guy who is a failed strategist. A guy that his own party people are calling the lying economist. A guy, my brother, my sister, who was shipped in to come and solve the economic problems of Ghana financially. Remember when he told us, when the fundamentals are weak, the exchange rate will expose you. The guttural laughter today is staring back at him and making a mockery of him. It's become an albatross around his neck. Don't waste your money on a dead horse. Next thing I want to look at, my brother, my sister, and I need you to come to me straight up. And this one is coming from my own 3 News. God have mercy. It says, we will use all options available to defend and protect Kwesi. And that is the minority on the dismissal of the application. The minority in parliament is a joke. The minority in parliament is a sellout. The minority in parliament is not patriotic. You are chasing this guy who is so unpatriotic. He's gone to live in Canada for 47 years, as Alote Jacobs told us. My brother, and instead of sitting in parliament to help your constituents, you are running after the dead horse, unpatriotic dead horse, trying to say that, oh, you are supporting him, you are giving him solidarity. Solidarity against patriotism, to God be the glory. I leave it here. Well, my name is Blakk Rasta, and I want to say thank you so much. I appreciate and I love you. Eric Mawena Egbeta is here, and again, he's sporting his pink shirt. I love this pink shirt, and hopefully he's wearing his